Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Soflo Josh and we're here at South Dade Toyota to film this 2025 Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro for y'all. With that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to them. Make sure to go ahead and contact Leo. He will be able to assist you in getting into a new Toyota. So underneath the hood is Toyota's 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder connected to an electric motor that's housed in between the transmission and the engine, producing 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Now, it is an 8-speed automatic transmission. This does come with part-time 4-wheel drive, so you will have to select it. You can either have it in 2 high, 4 high, or 4 low. So this is the 4th generation of the Toyota Tacoma, and this is the TRD Pro. The first model year to get the TRD Pro was actually the 2024 model year, but for 2025 there has been some changes. The pricing has actually reduced compared to the 2024 model year, and we get a little bit more extra goodies. So let's talk about the styling. So up at the front we have the Heritage Toyota script at the front. I love when Toyota embosses or has their Toyota script all across the front grille. It looks really nice. We also do have a full LED light bar over here at the front, which is going to help you when it comes to visibility if you are Baja driving or off-roading, or maybe in the fog. This will actually be helpful. You do have a 360 degrees camera over here. The grille over here is finished in a gloss black, so depending on the trim level you actually get, it will have this gloss black design. We do have your rigid fog lights as well, so these can either change from the white style or to the yellow style as well. We do have Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 over here at the front, but overall really nice. And then down below over here, we'll actually get underneath here, we do have the TRD skid over here. So we get it for the front, we also get it for the fuel tank and the transfer case area, so it can help you out whenever you're off-roading. We do have recovery hooks over here in the front that are all new for 2025 model year. But let's go ahead and continue talking about the styling. So over here with the TRD Pro version, we do have the same exact hood you would find in the TRD Sport. So it's going to have the non-functional hood vent over here. It looks really good. I like the design of it. Really nice sculpted bulges. And then you have your TRD Pro badging off to the side to denote what kind of vehicle you have. Now, since this is finished in the black color, the fenders are full-on black as well. And if you get the white one, they're still going to be painted black. You get the mud bath, same exact thing. So you're still going to have the same fender coloring. Now, behind that, we actually do have Fox shocks up at the front. We actually have a very unique control arm as well. So whenever you're off-roading, there has a more leverage to it as well. And then over here, these beautiful 18-inch wheels that are wrapped around the Goodyear Wrangler tires. So looks really good, very aggressive. They have a nice matte coating to it with the TRD script down the middle. Very nice overall design. Now, like I said, 360 degrees camera is standard for the TRD Pro version, so you're gonna have that there. We have your turn signal that's full LED over here on the side mirror cap. And then overall, the side profile looks really good. I love this truck. We do have a 5-foot bed in this one, so you won't be finding the larger 6-foot bed. It is, like I said, an off-road or Baja driving vehicle, so that's exactly what they pointed at. You do have some rocker guards down over here off to the side, so whenever you are off-roading, if you do hit a rock, that's actually going to protect the underside of the vehicle. Now, getting over here to the back, we do have lighting on the bed strip over here off to the side. So these are full LED. These are actually going to be helpful if you are camping out. So let's say, for example, you're camping out with your buddies, throw those suckers on. Since this is the hybrid vehicle, you can go on and throw them on, and they will illuminate the campsite for you. You won't have to bring any external lighting. You do have your fuel cap door right here, same exact fenders, colored in black, and then we get Fox shocks at the rear with a reservoir as well, as you see right over there. Very nice. Now, these have the TRD Pro Sport exhaust system, so these are standard from the get-go, and let's go ahead and actually hear how it sounds. as we get over here to the rear, down here at the bumper, unlike the typical Tacoma that comes with a plastic bumper, these actually come with the ARB steel bumpers. So they are full-on steel. You do have your recovery hooks right over here off to the side, which is nice. This does come with a trailer hitch. You have a spare tire back there. You have your 7-pin and your 3-pin connector off to the side. TRD Pro stamped across the back. iForce Max to let you know that you do have the hybrid variant, and this is the power tailgate. So you can either open it over here from the side by pressing that button and it will automatically lower itself, or you can open it from the actual button that's on the tailgate. Now, like I mentioned, 5-foot bed, you're gonna have a ton of space to go ahead and put some stuff back here. We do have an area to go ahead and have a USB Type-C and your 12-volt over here off to the side. Now, if you go for the Trail Hunter variant, you actually get a compressor on that side, and then you also have a 240 watt 120 volt inverter right here. Now, if you get the regular version without the iForce Max variant, it will be a lot lower. And you have this side compartment area, which is really nice to have as well. Full LED lighting at the bed section, and if you go ahead and tilt this forward, as you see, it will automatically close for you. Now, right above there is your third brake light with LED lighting for the bed area. Now, you're gonna have a camera system that we're gonna talk about when we get into the interior that will be able to flip up and have a rear view camera system. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the rear seat area. So over here at the top part of the door card, we do have a hard plastic, but you know, that's what you expect from a pickup truck. We do have your door handle release right here, soft padding here with the red stitching, carbon fiber trim all across. So you have a area to grab so you can close the door, window switch gear, area to put some bottled waters or some snacks. Really nice Molly panel-esque design right there. We got your JBL speaker system right there as well. Now, one of the main things about this vehicle is that the isodynamic seat is exclusive to the TRD Pro version of the Tacoma. It's not even offered on the TRD Pro version of the 4Runner, Sequoia, or even the Tundra. But these seats basically kind of help mitigate the rockiness that you would expect from off-roading or Baja driving. So that's what these seats are used for. You can manually choose between whether you want to have it on the road section or the off-road setting. So depending on which one you have, it will help with the bumps, or it will just you know, you will feel the bumps whenever you are driving them. Now, these, you actually have to take these off in order to add air into them. They'll have like the PSI meter right there as well. And then these seats, so these seats are the inserts right here down the middle, have that camel pattern that we find in the Tundra as well as the Sequoia, and the 4Runner has them all across here. It is finished in white since these are the black seats. We have the red stitching all across and around the headrest. Now, since this is the hybrid version, this section right here is where the battery component is relied into, but you can go ahead and actually press and hold this lever down up here and fold these seats to go ahead and have access to the rear. You can actually do that over there on that side as well. You're going to find your JBL subwoofer back here as well, and you have a power operated rear window area. Now, getting into the rear, I'm going to tell you something really quick. Sitting behind myself, I do not fit. I mean, these seats, mind you, this is exactly where I would have my seat position. I do not fit. You know, I also have the seats kind of a little lower down. You know, yeah, I could add them a little higher up so I could see a little bit better out of the vehicle or help the passenger. But if you have kids, maybe it'd be a better suit for them to sit back here. But as an adult who's 6 foot tall, I'm sorry, but I just do not feel comfortable back here. That's just something that, yeah, you know, since these isodynamic seats are, you know, standard, you can't even option them in. That's what happens. You do have cup holders right here, 2 USB Type-Cs, 2400 watt 12 volt AC outlet right there as well. And yeah, sitting back here, I mean, like I said, this is the only part that I don't like. Headroom wise is good. I have probably 1.5 inches of headroom left since the sunroof is here, so all the mechanical build bits are going to be implemented there. They do have a cutout, so if you're a little bit taller, maybe you might be able to like sit in here, but maybe not because of this little area right here with the hump. We do have LED lighting back here with a speaker or microphone, I'm sorry, that you can go ahead and talk into if the kids, you know, you're talking to somebody in the phone. But like I said, that's one of the things that I don't like. Now, getting into the front seat section over here, we do have soft padding up at the top of the door card with the red stitching all across, and in this middle section as well, red stitching for this padded section. Nice door handle, TRD Pro inscribed in there with the carbon fiber bit. Faux moly panel design here where you could put maybe your phone or snacks or anything like that. Your drinkware can go down here as well. And in these seats, since they're the isodynamic seats, they do have power operated, but it's also manual operated. So if you want to tilt it forward or tilt it back, you're gonna have to do it manually instead of power operated, which is kind of unfortunate. Kind of wish that they would have done something a little bit different, but I think it has to do with those isodynamic seats. TRD Pro inscribed in here with the carbon fiber trim around, with the perforation as well with the white inserts. Now, getting into the interior, since this is a little bit of a taller vehicle, let's go ahead and turn on the vehicle. Sitting up, starts up, and you know, it has that 4-cylinder 2.4 at the front, so you're going to be able to actually hear it because of the exhaust, the way that they have the exhaust set up with this vehicle. But perforation around the steering wheel, since this is the TRD Pro version, you got the TRD inscribed in there as well. You got your nice Toyota logo as well. Red 12 o'clock at the front to let you know exactly where your steering wheel is pointed at. You do have auxiliaries here, so you have 4 auxiliary, which the previous model year actually only had 3. Now they incorporated a 4th one, just like what you find in the 4Runner. You do have your TRD light bar button down here, and then you have your switch for the dome lights at the rear, which is pretty nice. I like the overall design of this interior. I mean, I've driven, this is my 3rd Tacoma driving. 14-inch touchscreen display over here. You have heated and cooled seats, since this is the upper trim level. We have physical buttons for all the climate control. Nice hefty design to them. I really like the way they look, very off-roady. Heated steering wheel. We have your shifter here with the red insert in the middle, TRD inscribed, putting it into reverse. As you see, it does have trajectory, and we do have the full-on camera system, so you can actually change the cameras. You can either have the sides to help you whenever you're off-roading. You also have an auxiliary, and you have an area to look into your bed whenever you are driving. But and you have a full 360, so you can go ahead and actually look around the vehicle. If you switch it, you know, you could do all that as well, which is pretty cool. Really nice to see. We have your electronic parking brake right here, auto hold, your 4 low, 4 high, and 2 high button right here. In order to activate either or, you actually have to press and hold this button here in order to switch it over. We have your tow haul, your MTS mode, your DAC crawl control button, and then you have your drive modes. So all that is going to be in this section right here. So if you want to switch over to the MTS mode, you can go ahead and do that. DAC crawl control as well, and then your drive modes, you can switch between eco, normal, and sport. So you only have those different types of modes for that. Trailer assist right here, your rear view camera system, or you want to see your camera system, you can go ahead and do that. Your auxiliary camera will be able to do that as well. Rear differential locking control, and you have a front disconnect for the sway bar. Actually, nice little grab handle for the oh shit handle, a little hook right here if you need to put your bags, moly panels off to the side, very deep compartment on the side of the shifter, wireless charging pad, an area to put another phone, 2 USB type C's right there, 2 cup holders, and in the center console, as you see, not too deep, but it's pretty good, it's pretty adequate, to say so myself. Now, when it comes to the interior, we do have that same exact carbon style trim with the Toyota inscribed over there across. You know, depending on the modes that you, or the trim level you get, you will have a different style. We do have a nice soft padded for the glove compartment, and then when you close it, it's really good. You know, it's damped, not lined with felt, but it is really deep. And you have another storage area right here, so you could go ahead and put your phone or anything like that. JBL tweeters up at the front on the sides, and then you do have a JBL speaker that can be popped out. Now, of course, it's not there, just in case if anybody ends up wanting to steal it from the dealership, they have it actually housed inside. But all in all, really nice. You do have your trailer assist right there as well. You can go ahead and do that. You have all your button layouts right here. I really like the fact that we have a full-on functional buttons for this vehicle. I really like the way that Toyota makes their TNGA F platform vehicles. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take this puppy out for a drive. All right, so let's go ahead and put it into drive. Very straightforward and down. You can go ahead and manually shift the 8-speed automatic transmission, but for right now, let's just go ahead and leave it in normal. So like I said, 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with a hybridized motor that's housed in between the transmission and the engine. So this one produces 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. This is the engine that you find on any of the iForce Max variants of the Land Cruiser, as well as the Tacoma and the 4Runner. But let's go ahead and take this puppy out for a drive. You know, this is like I said, this is my third time driving a Tacoma, and ooh, oh my god, that engine is amazing. You know, the electric portion being embedded into the actual like transmission housing is a lot better, and the reason why I say that is because you get instant torque. You know, 465 pound-feet of torque in a Toyota truck, let alone the Tacoma, was never heard about until they came out with this version. I really like the way this you know, motor felt on the regular TRD Sport one that I actually drove, and when I drove this one actually, or when I should say when I drove the Land Cruiser variant. All right, so let's go ahead and continue driving. Now, like I said, really nice engine. Also, I want to say, when it comes to like road noise, this actually does really good at mitigating. There is some insulation that Toyota has done for the TRD Pro models, and it feels really good. Yes, the suspension wise, these TRD, Fox shocks that we have on this model, actually you could feel a lot of the bumpiness, which is typical of a body on frame vehicle, which is this vehicle, but it feels good. You know, I like the fact that we have a way of feeling the road through the whole body of the vehicle. A lot of people don't like that, but for me as a person that has noticed that a lot of cars lately, especially modern cars, have been going away from having some road intrusion being embedded into the overall cabin space. You know, I just like that personally. That's just me. I know some people don't like that, but it's so nice to have something where you could just have a little bit of feeling in the car. So this poor person in front of us in their Dodge Durango actually broke down, but let's go ahead and give it some gas. You can feel the wheels chirping at the rear since I have it right now in 2 high. Now I want to say something. Since this is the part-time 4-wheel drive system, never put it in 4 low or 4 high if you're driving on asphalt like this. Only put that whenever you are in like deep snow or in sand or anything like that. Never put it on asphalt because it will mess with the transfer case. It's gonna mess it up and it's gonna break, and that's gonna be catastrophic. You're gonna have to pay for that. But overall, this vehicle feels great. Now the seats actually kind of help a little bit. Yes, the isodynamic seats. These roads aren't the most perfect over here in Homestead, but you actually feel like less of the bumpiness being incorporated into the seats, and I actually really like that. It kind of keeps you in your place when you are driving. That's something that no other car I've ever driven actually has ever done. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw it into sport mode. Let's turn around this corner. Oh my god, Toyota just knows how to make fun, performance-oriented vehicles, and that's exactly what this vehicle is. Even though it is an off-roader, it is a performance-oriented vehicle. You know, all that horsepower, all that torque underneath the hood, sending power to the rear. It's just so fun, you know, like oh man, oh man. Now, you know, like I said, suspension wise, not that bad. Not that bad. It's not gonna make you feel too queasy. I know there's a lot of people that don't like the bumpiness of a you know, body on frame vehicle, but it's not gonna make you feel queasy, trust me, I'm telling you right now. And like I said, it does have that hybridized motor, so whenever you're coming to a slower stop, it will shut off the engine and actually have you go into that electric motor portion. Now, it's not gonna be all the time, it's only gonna happen every now and then, or maybe when you have it in eco, whenever you're driving on the highway, it kind of disconnects the engine to help with efficiency a little bit. But this is not really like a full-on hybridized vehicle. It's not meant for, you know, saving fuel economy, it's more meant for performance, and that's exactly what this vehicle is. So like now, for example, when we're coming to a stop, it's gonna actually shut off the engine, and that's it. You're not gonna have the rumble of the engine anymore. It's just gonna be in hybrid mode. That's why it says ready over there off to the side. If it doesn't say that, then that means that, you know, you're still having the gas engine on. So right now, as you see, we're coasting, still ready. And then when we're gonna go ahead and put some input into the gas, livens up the engine, and it's seamless, absolutely seamless. It's not like those traditional starter, you know, auto start stops functions. No, this is a lot better. I really like the way that Toyota has done this vehicle. Now we're gonna go back to the dealership. Let's go ahead and see how it feels around this bend over here. Yes, body on frame vehicle. Oh, that feels good. Oh yes, yes. And then give it some throttle input and get up to speed. Very, very nice. Now I want to give a huge thank you to South Dade Toyota for allowing me to film this vehicle. Like I mentioned, if you guys are interested in purchasing any vehicle whatsoever from Toyota South Dade, make sure to go ahead and contact Leo. He'll be able to assist you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much once again. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.